Dear students, welcome to Blackboard. Example 3, find the 10th term of the AP 2, 7, 12, etc. We know the 10th term is A10 equal to A plus 9D. A10 equal to A plus 9D, A equal to 2, D equal to 7 minus 2, that is 5, N equal to 10. A10 equal to 2 plus 9 into 5, that is 2 plus 45 equal to 47. Example 4, which term of the AP 21, 18, 15, etc. is minus 81? Also, is any term 0? Give reasons. There are two questions. First question is, which term of the AP is minus 81? That is the first question. Second question, is there any term 0? Means, in this AP, 0 is a term or not. So, let us do the problem. The AP is 21, 18, 15, etc. A equal to 21. D equal to 18 minus 21 equal to minus 3. AN equal to minus 81. We can use the formula AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Minus 81 equal to 21 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. Change the sides. 21 plus n minus 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 81. n minus 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 81 minus 21. n minus 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 102. n minus 1 equal to minus 102 divided by minus 3. That is n minus 1 equal to 34. n equal to 34 plus 1, that is n equal to 35. So, the 35th term is minus 81. Now let us discuss the second question. Also, is any term 0? AP is 21, 18, 15, etc. A equal to 21, D equal to 18 minus 21 equal to minus 3. Here N equal to 0 because the question is any term 0? So, we have to find out the 0 is a term in this AP or not. So, we can give AN equal to 0 and we can check N is there or not. So, formula is N equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, that is 0 equal to 21 plus N minus 1 into minus 3. Change the sides. 21 plus N minus 1 into minus 3 equal to 0. That is N minus 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 21. N minus 1 equal to minus 21 divided by minus 3, that is N minus 1 equal to 7. That is N equal to 7 plus 1 equal to 8. So, we got a value for N, that is 8. So, we can conclude 0 is a term. 0 is the 8th term. Example 5, determine the AP whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. Third term is 5, that is A3 equal to 5. Seventh term is 9, that is A7 equal to 9. Let us do. A3 equal to 5 implies A plus 2D equal to 5. A7 equal to 9 implies A plus 6D equal to 9. We can apply the elimination method here. We get minus 4D equal to minus 4. D equal to minus 4 by minus 4. That is D equal to 1. So, we can give the value of D in any of this equation. A plus 2D equal to 5. A plus 2 into 1 equal to 5. A plus 2 equal to 5. A equal to 5 minus 2, that is A equal to 3. So, we got the value of A is 3. D is 1. So, the first term is 3. Second term, next term is 4, 5, etc. So, the AP is 3, 4, 5, etc. Example 6, check whether 301 is a term of the list of numbers 5, 11, 17, 23, etc. We have to check 301 is also a term here or not. Let us do. AP is 5, 11, 17, 23, etc. A equal to 5, D equal to 11 minus 5 equal to 6. AN equal to 301. We can use the formula AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. That is 301 equal to 5 plus N minus 1 into 6. Change the sides. 5 plus N minus 1 into 6 equal to 301. N minus 1 into 6 equal to 301 minus 5. N minus 1 into 6 equal to 296. N minus 1 equal to 296 divided by 6. We get 49.333. It is not a positive integer, so we can conclude 301 is not a term in the list of numbers. Example 7, how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? So, first we have to find out the AP, 2-digit numbers divisible by 3. AP is 12, 15, etc. 99 because we know the first 2-digit number divisible by 3 is 12. Next is 15 and the last 2-digit number divisible by 3 is 99. So we can write A equal to 12, D equal to 15 minus 12 equal to 3, AN equal to 99. Formula is AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. That is 99 equal to 12 plus N minus 1 into 3. Change to the side. 12 plus N minus 1 into 3 equal to 99. N minus 1 into 3 equal to 99 minus 12. N minus 1 into 3 equal to 87. N minus 1 equal to 87 by 3. N minus 1 equal to 29. N equal to 29 plus 1. That is N equal to 30. So there are 30 2-digit numbers divisible by 3. Example 8. Find the 11th term from the last term of the AP 10, 7, 4, etc. minus 62. The question is 11th term from the last, not from the first. It is from the last. So what you have to do is you write the AP in the reverse order. Our AP is 10, 7, 4, etc. minus 62. 3 is subtracting or minus 3 is adding. So if we have to write in the reverse order, we have to add 3. So minus 62 plus 3, it is minus 59, etc. 4, 7, 10. So our AP is 10, 7, 4, etc. minus 62. Reverse order is minus 62 minus 59, etc. 10. The second order or the reverse order only we are going to consider to find out the 11th term. A equal to minus 62, D equal to 3, N equal to 11. A11 equal to A plus 10D, that is equal to minus 62 plus 10 into 3, that is equal to minus 62 plus 30, that is equal to minus 32. So 11th term from the last is minus 32. Example 9. A sum of rupees 1000 is invested at 8% simple interest per year. Calculate the interest at the end of each year. Do this interest form an AP? If so, find the interest at the end of 30 years making use of this fact. So there are 3 questions. First question is a sum of rupees 1000 is invested at 8% simple interest per year. Calculate the interest at the end of each year. So we have to find out the simple interest at the end of each year. The formula to find the simple interest is P into R into T by 100. P is the principal, rupees 1000. R is the rate, 8%. Time is for the first year, T equal to 1. For the second year, T equal to 2. For the third year, T equal to 3. So let us find out the simple interest for each year. Interest at the end of first year equal to 1000 into 8 into 1 divided by 100. That is equal to rupees 80. Interest at the end of second year equal to 1000 into 8 into 2 by 100. That is equal to rupees 160. Interest at the end of third year equal to 1000 into 8 into 3 by 100. That is equal to rupees 240. So we found the interest at the end of each year. First year rupees 80, second year rupees 160, third year rupees 240. Our second question is, do these interest form an AP? So let us check. Our interest is 80, 160, 240, etc. Let us check the common difference. Second term minus first term, that is 160 minus 80 equal to 80. Third term minus second term, that is 240 minus 60, that is also equal to 80. So we can say the difference is same everywhere. Therefore, it forms an AP. Third part, if it forms an AP, find the interest at the end of 30 years, making use of this fact. So our AP is 80, 160, 240, etc. A equal to 80. D equal to 160 minus 80, that is also equal to 80. N equal to 30. It is given in the question. We have to find out AN. An equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, that is equal to 80 plus 30 minus 1 into 80, that is equal to 80 plus 29 into 80, that is equal to 2400. So we can conclude interest at the end of 30 years is rupees 2400. Example 10. In a flower bed, there are 23 rose plants in the first row, 21 in the second, 19 in the third, and so on. There are 5 rose plants in the last row. How many rows are there in the flower bed? So it is given 23 rose plants in the first row, 21 in the second, 19 in the third, 5 in the last. So the AP we can write it as 23, 21, 19, etc. 5. A equal to 23, D equal to 21, minus 23 equal to minus 2, AN equal to 5. AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. That is 5 equal to 23 plus N minus 1 into minus 2. Change the side. 23 plus N minus 1 into minus 2 equal to 5. N minus 1 into minus 2 equal to 5 minus 23. That is N minus 1 into minus 2 equal to minus 18. N minus 1 equal to minus 18 divided by minus 2. That is N minus 1 equal to 9. N equal to 9 plus 1, that is 10. So there are 10 rows in the flower bed. Dear students, I hope you understood the topic in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment. Thank you.